Well, well, look what we have here. It is North and South. And this is the Dixieland Army EU in one of their line battles. So, we are currently watching Colonel Jockville of the 3rd Connecticut, part of the Union Brigade of this Dixieland Army. Doesn't he look dashing with that wonderful moustache? And over here, we shall see Major Red Forest of the 2nd Massachusetts. Now, you can see Weary Traveller claiming a victim already in the 5th Georgian with a fine headshot. So this is good stuff. Oh, goodness! Oh, no! Lots of fire coming in onto the Georgians. And here we go. Look at this. There's a face we haven't seen for a long time. President Janik, look at that. At least he's wearing a better hat in this version of the North and South. But yes, there's a name we always happy to see is Janik. So, here you can see, over this side, here is the 95th New York. Ensign Frankie, Lieutenant Colonel Egmont, there's PFC Emile. And they're having a little bit of a... Oh, there's Numpty in there, great name. So those guys are having a little bit of a battle, and Janik's down. Poor Janik. So, just want to check, because it's unusual that it's only going on for 2 minutes, or 5 minutes, I should say. Corporal No Name from 15 Alabama moving out now. Let's see. As the microphone vibrates a small amount. And here's Brigadier General Hawk. And we are watching him and his staff, Captain Yucky. There's more Captain Yucky from the old brigade. And there's a guy in this with spyglasses. There's Hawk, of course. Fine braid. Look at that on his cuffs. And they are taking pot shots at him, those naughty boys. Let's see. Colonel Whisper from the 95th. And sniffing around, there's Brigadier General Musil, who nearly fell through the map. Oh, they've got a minute, so there. English check.
Send them Yankees back to hell!
Look at that. Random cannon charge. And Colonel Sawyer is cut down.
Yeehaw!
And Recruit Kylo is moving up. Colonel Johnny Powers has just been moved around there. You can see Mackenzie Boy 1 as well. Down goes Das Rind. And unless the clock gets changed, the round will end. Whoopsie. Never mind. Or maybe it won't. And there you have it. Well, we're back. And you can see now the round clock has been configured correctly. And we are now moving and seeing what these guys over here are up to. This is the 16th Alabama. There's Monkey Boy and Cloud Runner behind him. Now let's see if we can get an idea of what's going on. So this obviously is the rail yard. Tends to be quite a standoffish map, to be honest. Lots of cover in the centre. Becomes shootouts through the buildings here. In between the buildings to try and clear off as many people as they can. And then once they've trimmed back the numbers, then it's basically a melee in the centre sort of thing, or a quick run around. So it's can be for a long round with a lot of sort of shooting until such times as they run out of ammunition, so they have to charge in. Sometimes you'll see regiments get a little bit more aggressive and push forward a little bit more. Sometimes you'll see some turtling who will basically just sit there for a long time and just wait for the enemy to come to them, because they've got nothing to lose. Here's the 8th Virginia, Captain Horse, firing back. Merc Daddy Spartan, fine name. Not anymore, it's not. He ain't a mercenary no more. And he ain't no one's daddy either, he's been shot mercilessly in the bolt. As there's Numpty. And there, 95th New York now. Who's Numpty with? There we go. There we go. And the horse just took a bit of damage. And that looks like... Oh, Sparkle Bottoms. What a fine name. Is that Museal? It is. That's Museal on his horse. And here we've got 104th Pennsylvania taking cover. And now moving out from behind cover. Along with Colonel Ace Saber. Now. It's Colonel Wise from that fine New York regiment, taking pot shots at their people across, or their enemy across the way. And let's see. 2nd Virginia, Mr. Turkish Delight, Corporal Redcoat, Recruit Patrick, and there's President Janik leading. Oh, people being killed. There's Martin Luther King, Julianator with the flag. These guys trying to make sure that they all stay in the right positions. But this is the Dixieland Army here moving up with a fine kill into Lieutenant Colonel Marius. As we follow with Veteran Private Turkish Delight. Following their commanding officer. A nice spread out form. Who's this gentleman? There's Das Wind. And there's Captain Yucky. And poor old Josen has just been taken down. Oh, sorry, correction. Corporal Perseus has bled to death. And here are the North Carolinians. With First Sergeant Iron Pally. There's Chaplain Gandalf, Lionheart, more Lionheart, Sergeant Will, and Cadet Lady Moraine. So these guys here from the 1st Brigade and the Union Brigade making a lot of noise. There's Christmas Podgy and Suicider Joe pushing up. And there we go, they're getting into the melee. Major Red Forest trying to get the boys to come to him. Reforming by him. There we go, the guys are ready. He's going to get the guys regrouped and ready to move. As there is Charlie the Turtle of the 11th. The 11th Texas. Yeah, thanks, Charlie. Now, who's this gentleman on a random horse? Mal Boss. Mal's Boss, even. Quartermaster Sergeant of the 11th Texan. And there is more the 11th Texan PFC Yo. And Colin Mulder. So. Oh dear, Pawn has bled to death. Veteran Private X-Pawn is dead. We better not say any more about that. Whoops-a-daisy. And a few teammate kills going in there. Arkansas bleeding volunteer just into death. Now you can see. Oh, look at that. Fine work going on here. Who's this? It's Mr. Turtle. He's been dehorsed. And he's defending himself from the attacks of the enemy. He's got to watch his back. Nice slice into Charlie. And a fine return by Charlie. Until sliced across the neck and he goes down, courtesy of Yucky. And Charlie the Turtle is no more. Medicing is now being done. There we go. Fine medicing work there by the Sergeant, Sergeant Will. And there we go. little bit of medicing back as well. So the bleeding has stopped now for the North Carolinians. They can now move out, as you can see. But bullets are still rattling around them. What's this? It's 95th New York, still remaining in a good position. They've got good cover. They've got good visibility all around. And this is a good position for them to be. Perhaps less so for those guys, but... Colonel Wiseman is keeping the boys in location. He may decide to move them out. Yep, looks like he's going to do exactly that. As Museal has just murdered somebody. Oh, what's this? Runaway cannons. There's Jockville of the 3rd Connecticut. General Hawk has bled to death, courtesy of Digimar. Not sure where Jockville was going. Might be going up to pick up a cannon, it's difficult to say. And there's Tank Gun. And Lady Moraine. And Sergeant Will. So, Kotick and Sigismund you can see these guys. You can see, what are they planning to do?
Kill those Yankee scum.
Well, that's probably... There we go, you can see them breaking. Let's see if we can find out things around. Okay. Oh, Museal trying to defend himself. Not looking good for him. But he has managed to do that. Now what's going on over here? Medicing? I'm back. There we go. Quick punch in the chest and he is now medicked. So, let's have a look at the numbers, find out what's going on. 63 and 36, so the Confederacy definitely has an advantage. I think I just saw a little bit of rubber banding there. Oh, that's nasty. This Cloud Runner gets taken down. And more Flying Horses comes in as Hamster Man is killed. Johnny Gat goes down. Pop-Tart War also finished off. And there you can see Massachusetts man, Dinkelberg. Fine name, sir. And Major Monsieur. So.
Huzzah!
George Knight. From the Michigan Volunteers, I'm guessing. MIVS. Changes all the time. It's difficult to keep up with all these things. Especially with my brain, you know what it's like. And so, Awas, Digimar, Carlitos, Private Foot, Colonel Castile of Mississippi. And moving together with Zelius, Marquis, and Arkansas. Lieutenant Colonel of Michigan. And here is Museal managing to avoid all the bullets thus far, which is quite impressive. Whether or not it will remain that way, we'll have to wait and see. Clippity-clop, clippity-clop. There's Carlitos. And other things are occurring. Down goes Zelius and Castile. There's Corporal Mr. Dutchman from the Michigonians, I should say. And here's Wiseman defending himself against Das Rind, which he does very well. 1st Californian, but that fine German-based regiment. There's the... Oh, did you see that cannonball? Literally missed Wiseman's head by a second. Or an inch, I should say. Now, 2 versus 37. Oh dear. Let's just say I don't think the odds are good for the Confederacy. These two boys here. Oh, it's Floopsy Bunny and Lance Corporal Hancock firing off his last cannon shot. And here comes the enemy. And he's fighting with a toothpick. Not anymore, he's not. And here is Floopsy. Murdered. Murdered horribly. We'll be right back. Well, ladies and gentlemen, hello, we're back. After a few technical problems. And hopefully things should be vastly improved. Had a few issues. Server seemed to be dropping people. All that kind of funky fun stuff. Unusual for these servers, really. I mean, obviously it is kind of old technology. It has been around for a while. And, you know, runs on single cores. So not really the best use of a server. But, hey-ho, never mind. Anyway. Here's Major Monsieur. And these guys now moving out. Who's this gentleman on the horse? It's Private Yosen. And another gentleman with a fine sword. There is Colonel Rebelax. From Michigan. Nearly run down by a horse. Never mind. Thomas William. Gentleman of Connecticut. Let's see. The peace and quiet. It's poor, as you can see, these guys getting the cannons ready. Major Monsieur. As we hear the horn. We fly past the balloon Intrepid. And whoops-a-daisy. Nice start with a team kill there into poor old Major Incognito. You can see these guys from the artillery. Artillery. Cavalry. The man with the horn. It's Colin Mulder from the 11th Texan. We have Texan cavalry today. And there is Charlie the Turtle. So, let's see if we can follow these guys, find out what they're planning. Oh, what's over here? Looks like 13th VT. Oh! A couple of the WPMA just got taken down, including Colonel Rebelax. Or Rebelax, I should say. His ex-pawn has just been shot in the head. Yeah, make of that whatever you wish. Johnny Gatt also. Oh, down goes Colonel Jockville from the 3rd Connecticut as well. And these guys, look at this. Cannoneer work from Josie. And they're, of course, working in collaboration with Tank Gun. Oh, getting out of the way of that howitzer if they possibly can. As Recruit Kilroy from Alabama also gets taken down. Oh, look at that. Dropped to the floor by a bullet. Is his horse for PFC Ace from the 11th Texan. And these guys are in with lances as well. This is brutal stuff going on right now. There's the Confederate flag, the battle flag being held up. And the Union guys, Corporal Mittens in there with a long pole. Yeah, not really going to say much about that. As you can see, these guys have picked up the bayonets, put the bayonets. Oh, correction, Christmas Pogue is no more. The Christmas Pog. And down also goes Charge Knight. These guys putting down sustained fire. Oh, where is that fire coming from? As cannonballs fly over the top of our head. Are they by the cornfield? Well, here is Brigadier General Hawk. By said cornfield. Working together And there is Colonel Froggy DA, the man, the legend, from the 26th North Carolina, trying to stay out of the way of those cannons that are being fired at him and at Lady Moraine at the same time, who is working closely with Sergeant Archimedes. So, let's see if we can find out what's going on. Oh, we're here. Fifage. Destro, what a hero. What a hero that man is. As Colonel Caesar is taken down from California. Destro doing his work. Oh, down goes Archimedes. Wow. Yeah, that's a good hit for the howitzer. A real good hit. And now you can see Floopsy Bunny, the engineer, putting in some more earthworks to stop any damage being done now, sadly. And the horse is running away. That's encouraging. Now, do they have anybody up in the Intrepid is the question. I can see that the balloon is up. The balloon has quite literally gone up. But is there a general in it? No, there is not. The balloon is empty. Drama. Now, over to the left-hand side, this is where Froggy DA, Corporal Mr. Littles, and Lance Corporal Hancock are working together. And we're looking at Rex Centex from Massachusetts, along with Major Red Forest. So, let's see what he's planning to do. Now, up ahead appear to be some guys in some indentation in the floor. So, Sergeant Lord John. So he's recognised them as friendly. As Jeb Bush has just been shot in the head. Yeah, you got to be careful about saying that with the NSA listening in. And so we follow these guys, and here you've got the the 95th New York. Duh. And some of these guys taking the odd hit. Ouch! Wow. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is North and South and Mountain Blade all over. Respect for your commanding officer. As soon as he dies, you run up and teabag him. It's just given. Anyway. Oh dear. Poor lad. Yay. Down goes another one. Here's our brave Piper. Oh, and he stopped. How disappointing. So, there is Patra. And you can see that the Virginians are pushing, or at least trying to make sure that anybody who tries to come across Little Stony Bridge does not make it. These guys trying to make use of the covers that the tree supplies, but there's not really a huge amount of cover. This is the problem. And they will eventually have to make a run across that bridge. And that's going to be a rush of death. Now, they are trying to sneak up on the left side, but you can see, you go into the river, you're not going to be able to jump up to take a breath, and you won't be able to make the entire river. So that's why the river is not an option. And such a closed-in area, opposite 15 guys with accurate rifles to 300 meters. It's just instant death. Especially if these guys. And let's face it, look at the direction their rifles are pointing. Their attention is definitely in that direction. This is going to be the problem. Now, You can see over here that there's not really anywhere. If we look at the river, there's not really many places, if at all, they can get across. They could get across here, I suppose. But even then, it's a bit too deep for them. They would be able to get across without getting their cartridges wet. And that could cause a problem with misfires and things of that nature. So that's going to be the problem for them. Now let's have a look at the numbers. 35 and 41. As Colonel Carlos from Kentucky is taken down, as is Lord John. Wow. I have to say, Mackenzie boy got out of the way very, very well there indeed. As these guys were killed by the howitzer that landed right on this area here. Look at that. And our erstwhile musician also survived as well, which is great news. And down goes Brigitte. Oh, they've really found the range. Look at that. That's fantastic. Major Monsieur dead as a doornail. Carlitos also finished off as well. And these guys really need to get out of that position, because the howitzer has their position and their range. And our poor musician we would like to see survive. Yep, they're moving out. So, let's get an idea of where they're going to go. They're going to come across the bridge. And here they come. Cannonballs flying over their head. As they charge over Little Stony Bridge. So, the 2nd Virginia moving in, Taco and Private Destro, the final man at the back. And these are the guys who are going to be pushing towards the cannon location. Being defended by the Nivs. Michigan Red Panda as well. They're dodging left and right. Down goes Redcoat. And down goes more. Look at that. Thomas William. Captain Simmons is killed on the charge in. But more fire coming in from Kentucky and Virginians. Who's this in here as well? Brigadier General Hawk is in. And team kills somebody. Whoops-a-daisy. Red Panda. And Private Morton now dead. Blame the onion. Never mind. But the music has survived. Good for Destro.
Kill those Yankee scum.
Look at that. I love it. Just fantastic. And there we go. Now let's see. 7 and 18. So. Looks like the 11th Mississippi are in there somewhere. These guys. Sergeant Taco is moving up. And here, oh dear, Pro Scour taken down with a fine bullet. Okay, let's see how it goes. As here is Colonel Castile from Mississippi. Brigadier General Hawk is down. Private Jackson also down. As you can see, Recruit Kylo. Look at this. Melee beginning. There's Mackenzie boy. Fine block. Oh, another great block. And a stab in his head. Oh, that's brutal from Mackenzie. Oh, wow. Poor Mackenzie boy downed by Maximus. Bit of rifle butt action here coming in from Arkansas. Taking down Spider Hands. He's looking for a rifle with a there we go, with a bayonet on it. Gives him the reach that he needs. Unfortunately, it was not enough.
Come on, you bat!
So it's 2 versus 4. And here we go. Here's Froggy from the artillery. Wow. There we go. Corporal Whisper has been slain. Or maybe, maybe not. We'll see. There's Mr. Littles. Hancock, Whisper, and Lady Moraine following up at the back. So here's Froggy. We shall watch through the eyes of the mighty frog himself. Nice block. As Corporal Hancock is down. And Froggy gets taken down by Whisper from the back. Ouch. And now it's down to Lady Moraine. And she went after him with a lighting wand. Oh dear. So we are on to the next. It's the cavalry. The Texan cavalry as well. It might not be, actually. We better check. It is, of course. Unfortunately, racist Fedor is in there. With Colin Mulder with his horn. Fine horning. Fine horn work. So, let's see what we can find, shall we? Now, these guys, the Michigan Volunteers. Captain Simmons, making their way past. I bet that beer barrel was empty, been drunk dry. And they're on their way down to the fence by Little Stony Bridge. As Colonel John Reed is leading the boys forwards as Mittens. Oh no! We've lost Mittens already. Rest in many, many pieces, Mittens. Now, are they going to take the risk of going across that bridge? Look at this. There's an ambush. They're waiting. Who is this? It's the 26th North Carolina. There we go. The ambush has sprung. Oh, look at that. Down goes Captain Simmons. And they immediately have to turn around and back up as quickly as possible. Down goes Void as well. Oh, that what? Oh, heavens. Look at that. That was a textbook ambush. Holy crap. That was just beautiful. I have to say, absolutely stunning. One of the best ambushes I've seen in North and South. Major props to the 26th North Carolinian. Wow. So. And now they're still pushing the point. see. These are the guys that had to move back. Lance Corporal Lightwing. We see Colin Mulder being taken down as well. And Janik also. Here is the Black Horse Brigade. Cadet Chamberlain. Of course, some of them are on black horses, some of them aren't. And these guys, there's Floopsy trying to defend themselves. There we go, medicing work coming in. Brevov Browning. There we go. So those guys now in a better position. Floopsy Bunny can carry on with his engineering work. And these guys may be able to get their horses back into some kind of order. There's Volunteer Austin, Justin, and Corporal Mr. Littles. I'll see what they can do. As here we go, John Reed. There's cannonballs and mortars. And, sorry, howitzers. Just rattle around. Whoops-a-daisy. Froggy DA has mercilessly bled out. So, let's see what goes on as we follow the 2nd VA. Fine fellows from Virginia, Colonel Warlord leading the boys forward. Lovely line this evening. Who's the tail end, Charlie? It's that man again with the fife. It's Destro. And down goes yet more members of the North Carolinians. This time courtesy of the 3rd Connecticut, Private Joseph. So, you can see these guys moving across Big Stony Bridge. As Brigadier General Hawke is shot down as Major General William from the Confederate Division is following across with the boys. Look at them all dodging left, right and centre. Oh, look at this. Corporal Junionator. They're getting up close and personal. Nasty, nasty, going in for a charge here. Are they going to be able to make it in time? He's dodging left and right. Is he going to make it over in time for a stab? Doesn't look like it's going to happen in that regard. Look at this, a bit of fifing as well. That's a bit of stabby goodness. Always good to see. Look at this. Musician and commanding officer up against each other. Look at this. He's going in for a punch-up. Reinforcements have arrived. Oh, he's taken a shot. I love it. I think it's great. There we go. Destro with a kill on Colonel Rebelax. Oh dear. Who's he fighting against? Cadet Eric. And he's got the music to distract him. No, we've lost Destro. Poor Destro down. So. Commentator observers cam curse again. Is this the only member of the 3rd Connecticut remaining? Seems that way. Let's have a look at our numbers. 32 and 14. So the Confederacy has definite number issues. And here is Lone Wolf backing up. Along with Graf Maximus from 13th VT. And the 3rd Connecticut's. And of course, the 2nd Massachusetts. Private Fabian, listen to all those footsteps. Oh, but it's cracking around the wood beside them as they make their way back to the safety of the brick walls. Major Red Forest bringing the boys back to a safe location. For some of them anyway, has not been quick enough. Oh no, we've lost Private Foot. Private Foot. Let's see. You can see the wooden fences across the way is where the enemy remains. As Volunteer Justin is down. And here is Julianator. And look at that, the Georgians in their fine green uniforms. And they look wonderful. If I remember rightly, I've been to Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta, which is like one of the central hubs for travel in the United States. So if you have to go sort of anywhere within the internal United States, the first place you go to is Atlanta. So you basically fly in, and then you get a thing to Atlanta, or you know, you fly into Atlanta directly, something like that, and then you go from Atlanta to your next destination. I did that when I went to Texas. So Phyllis Huzzar fixing his bayonet. So Pop-Tart War Sergeant leading the men forward, past all the bodies, past the carnage. And here, the first CA King Dasrind, without a bayonet fixed, but working together with his colleagues. As now they move up towards one of the few locations remaining. And here is Tank Gun, Private Yosen, Major Red Forest, and these guys have been pushed all the way back to their camp. Private Fabian still trying to hold them back. It's not going well. So, let's see. Down goes more Tank Gun, killing yet more people. Oh, Whisper. No. Man hiding behind a very well-armed Corporal Pearl. A well-armed tent. These tents are renowned for their ability to block bullets. And down goes Jockful as well as Recruit Reaper. He's moving up. Yeehaw indeed as he moves up further. As now you can see Volunteer Woody from Georgia going in for a quick stab and a grab. And unfortunately he got grabbed and then stabbed. Okay, let's do that. And that's what they're doing with Dasrind and Hamsterman and Recruit Reaper. Still defending himself over here. Private Archduke. May not be a veteran for long. Down goes Lone Wolf and Julianator and Fabian as well. And Ayres. And down goes Archduke and Targ Knight. Now who remains? 9 and 15. Sergeant Lanny Burrito from the Californian Brigade. Oh, look at this. Oh, he got double teamed and turtleized. He got turtled. So, let's see where the remainders are. Oh well, unlucky Charlie. Yeah, oh dear. And here is Thomas William from the 3rd Connecticut and these guys. And they're continuing their melee. And let's see, 6 versus 10 on the Confederacy. So this may be an opportunity for the, oh, or possibly not, the Confederacy to try and turn it around in the last few moments of the round. And here's Sato the Gamer, Arkansas. Here we go, Mississippians. Recruit Wolf, Marquis, Zelias. And they don't get any reloads. And they're all missing. The irony. Somebody got hit. And somebody got murdered for reloading. And the melee. Sergeant Major Av down. PFC Emil brutally bayoneted. Zelius and Arkansas go down at the same time. There goes Tank Gun. There goes Nick. There goes Castile. It's 2-on-1. Yes. No, it's 5-on-1 actually. There's Private Proxor. Proscour. It's Thomas William trying to defend himself. Look at that. Oh, fine stab, sir. He'll now be bleeding. And a kill into Marquis from Thomas William. He's got to be careful for that rifle, but down goes Proscour. 1 man left, maybe. It's 1 versus 3. Can Thomas William do it? He can get the other kill. The Gamer is down. Where is Archimedes and Floopsy Bunny? Here they come. So, Thomas William getting himself prepped. Getting himself ready. Looking for a rifle that may not have been shot yet. There is his opponent. And he picks up a sword as well. And this is a chance for Thomas William. He's currently 8-1. Oh, he's got hit once, he's got hit twice. This could be very dangerous. Oh, a good stab, and another stab! Wow. Thomas William went clutch. Fantastic play by Thomas. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the Dixieland Army EU. Thanks very much. We'll see you next time.